Hi there, welcome to Grain TV. I'm Kevin McNew. It's Monday, February 8th. We had a down day in grains. Let's take a look at the Grain Edge trading platform and see where we closed. In Chicago, corn was down 3 1/4 cents, beans off 5 1/4, and Chicago wheat losing 8 1/4. Tomorrow, we've got USDA's World Ag Supply and Demand estimates. We'll get to those pre-analyst estimates here in a minute, but first let's talk about what happened in South America over the weekend, and in particular the rains that we've been talking about in Argentina are starting to hit, and they turned out to be pretty good, probably better than expectations going into the weekend, and the weather models continue to point to more rain in those dry areas of Argentina in the coming week to 2 weeks. So that is certainly bearish for beans, where we have been at least holding on to a bit of a premium with the potential for Argentina to see a drop in their crop. But if these rains materialize over the next 2 weeks, it probably spells gloom and doom for the bean market. In global news, Europe was off sharply in stocks, dropping 3% overnight or in their day session on Monday, and U.S. stocks dropped 2.5%. Crude was off 3% as of this taping. That is really sort of causing a lot of uncertainty in the market right now. We had the U.S. dollar down again today. We seem to have given up on this bull stance in the U.S. dollar, which is long-term positive for grains, but right now it's leading to a lot of global uncertainty. Let's take a look at some grain-specific news. And out this morning was USDA's weekly export inspections. This report again provided no real catalyst one way or the other. Corn was on the low end of expectations, coming in at 438,000 metric tons. Beans was on the high end of expectations, just over 1.1 million metric tons, and wheat somewhere above expectations at 398. Now tomorrow we have USDA's World Ag Supply and Demand estimates. The February report traditionally is pretty much a non-event type of report. There's no new survey data out. It's really just sort of looking at existing data on things like exports and use numbers to sort of see what the market expects. Pre-analyst expectations going into this report show only modest increases in carryout for U.S. stocks. Corn is expected to come in at 1,809 million bushels versus last month's 1,802. Soybeans also slightly higher, and wheat also slightly higher. I tend to think that if we're going to see a revision that's going to be higher than expected, it's probably going to be on the wheat side. We've had such dismal wheat exports that I think USDA has to sort of, at this late part of the wheat marketing year, bump that export forecast down. And so I wouldn't be surprised to see them bump that down 25 million bushels, and as a result see ending stocks for U.S. wheat get closer to that 1 billion bushel mark. But tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time is that report. We'll be tweeting it live at Grain TV on Twitter if you are a Twitter user. Let's switch gears now, and with all this global uncertainty and the risk in the financial markets, one of the good opportunities that exists out there is the flight to safety through precious metals. We're seeing it now in spot silver prices. In the last week alone, we've seen spot silver prices gain $1 an ounce. That's a huge move. We've been trading at pretty low levels historically for silver. You can see on average in the last 5 years, we have been at $25 an ounce, and we've traded as low as $13 an ounce on spot silver. Last week and in the early part of 2016, we were in that $14 mark, but we are well above that now and starting to move higher. I would suspect that silver is going to continue to go back to sort of the long run mean here of $25 as we see more and more risk in the financial markets. The US dollar will potentially sell off, and that is strengthening for precious metals, and in particular silver. Now, silver at today's levels are at historically attractive levels. Like I said, that US dollar weakness is probably going to be a real linchpin into moving silver higher. If you are interested in buying physical silver, we have a trade desk for that at Grain Hedge. Rodney is our trade desk operator for physical metals, and he would be happy to work with you and talk to you about purchasing and owning in your own possession silver and also gold. Rodney can be contacted at 877-472-4607 or by email at rodney@grainhedge.com. That's all we got for today. Join us tomorrow when we'll look at the latest USDA supply and demand report.